Здравствуйте, я преподаватель английского языка в Житомирском политехническом колледже Русак А К. Тема сегодняшнего нашего урока – Holidays in Great Britain – праздники в Великобритании. Цели урока – способствовать развитию умений монологической и диалогической речи в рамках темы урока, расширить лингвистический кругозор учащихся, воспитать уважение к другим народам и их обычаям. Первый праздник, который мы с вами рассмотрим, это New Year, Новый год. New Year's Day, which is on January 1st, marks the start of the year in the Gregorian calendar. New Year's Day is the less popular in Great Britain than Christmas, and it is not so widely celebrated. Traditional New Year parties and dances are held on the New Year's Eve. People see the old year out and the new year in. Hogmanay. In Scotland they celebrate New Year, which is known as Hogmanay. It is the biggest festival of the year. It is time for merrymaking, the giving presents and observance of the old customs. At midnight, Scottish people hold their hands in a large circle and sing the song by Robert Burns. There are some traditions on New Year's Day. One of them is called the first footing. The first man who comes into the house is very important because he brings luck. This man, not a woman, must be healthy, young, pretty looking. He brings presents, bread, a piece of coal, or a coin. St. Valentine's Day. It is a very sentimental, unofficial holiday, which is celebrated on the 14th of February by those who believe in love and friendship. On St. Valentine's Day, people send a special valentine of those who they love. Some people buy presents for their sweethearts or give them a red rose, a symbol of love. There is a beautiful legend behind St. Valentine's Day. Saint Valentine lived in a room in the 3rd century. At that time, the emperor of Rome was Claudius, who thought that single men were better soldiers than married, so he passed a law which banned marriage. Valentine was a Christian priest who didn't like the new law. He secretly married people who were in love. One night, the emperor's soldiers caught him and put him in prison. Many people were sorry for Valentine and visited him in prison. One of them was a daughter of a prison guard. On the day of his execution, Valentine wrote a note to her and signed it, "Love from your Valentine." This was on 14th century. Since then, 14th February has been the day of love, when people send love letters and presents to each other. They don't send the cards with their names, but write "Guess who" or "Your Valentine." St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated each year on March 17th. In Ireland, St. Patrick's Day is both a holiday and a national holiday. St. Patrick's is the patron saint of Ireland, as he was the one who brought Christianity to the Irish. One traditional icon of the day is the shamrock. Patrick used the three-leaved shamrock to explain the Trinity how the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit could all exist as separate elements of the entity. His followers adopted the custom of wearing a shamrock on his feast day. April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day is the 1st of April. The fun of the holiday is to play silly but harmless jokes on family members and friends. Easter. In England, tradition of celebrating Easter is deep-rooted in the history of the nation. Easter is a church holiday. The main symbols of Easter and spring include bunnies and rabbits. Easter is a feast that isn't always held on the same date each year. Easter Day is celebrated on the first Sunday following the first full moon after the spring equinox. Заново. Easter Day is celebrated on the first Sunday following the first full moon after the spring equinox. Easter marks the end of the 40-day-long fasting of Lent. The word Easter is thought to have derived from the Goddess Austria and Anglo-Saxon Goddess. St. George's Day. St. George's Day in England remembers St. George, England's patron saint. The anniversary of his death, which is on April 23rd, is seen as England's national day. According to the legend, he was a soldier in the Roman army who killed a dragon and saved a princess. The most widely recognized symbol of St. George's Day is the St. George's Cross. This is the red cross on a white background, which is often displayed as a flag. It is used as England's national flag, forming part of the Union flag, the national flag of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. May Day. It is a celebration of the coming of spring. On May Day, different outdoor events are held. Traditional English May Day celebrations include Morris dancing, crowing a May Queen and dancing around a maypole. Mother's Day. Mother's Day is traditionally celebrated on the first Sunday in Lent. On this day, Mother is rewarded for all her works about the house during the year. Her husband and children give her presents and traditionally bring her breakfast in bed. All children, despite their age, return to their homes. Father's Day. In June, there is Father's Day. On this day, fathers get gift cards and a lot of attention from their children. It is celebrated to recognize the contribution that fathers and fathers' figures make to the lives of their children. Заново. It is celebrated to recognize the contribution that fathers and fathers' figures make to the lives. It is celebrated to recognize the contribution that fathers and fathers' figures make to lives of their children. This day celebrates fatherhood and male parenting. Although it is celebrated on a variety of dates worldwide, many countries observe this day on the third Sunday in June. Queen's official birthday. The Queen celebrates 2 birthdays each year. Her actual birthday on 21st April 1926 and her official birthday on a Saturday in June. The official birthday of Queen Elizabeth II is marked each year by a military parade and march past known as a trooping the colour, carrying of the flag. The official name is the Queen's Birthday Parade. It is the biggest royal event of the year. Each June, the Queen and other members of the royal family attend the Trooping the Colour ceremony on Horse Guards Parade, Whitehall in London. The Queen attends the ceremony to take the salute from thousands of guardsmen who parade the colour. The parade route goes from Buckingham Palace along the Mall to Horse Guards Parade, Whitehall and back again. The celebrations in London are wonderful display of soldiers in red jackets, horses with riders in yellow jackets, and musicians marching in a band. The weather on this day is usually nice and sunny. The royal family watched the birthday parade from the balcony of Buckingham Palace in London. Halloween. Halloween is a festival that takes place on October 31st. In Great Britain, children wear costumes and masks and go trick-or-treating. A favorite Halloween custom is to make a jack-o'-lantern. The children scrape away pumpkin and cut the eyes, nose and mouth. They light a candle inside the pumpkin to scare their friends. Guy Fawkes Day. There is a special day in England which is called Bonfire Night or Guy Fawkes Day. In that day, in 1605, Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament and kill King James I. He didn't succeed. The king's men found the bomb, took Guy Fawkes to the tower and cut off his head. Since that day the British celebrate the 5th of November. They burn a dummy made of straw and old clothes in a bonfire and light off Fire Fawkes. This dummy is called a guy, like Guy Fawkes. Remembrance Day is on 11 November. It is a special day set aside to remember all those men and women who were killed during the 2 world wars and other conflicts. Christmas. Christmas Day, December 25th, is the most popular holiday in Great Britain. It is a big Christmas tree and it stands in Trafalgar Square. Central streets are beautifully decorated. People decorate their houses. They send Christmas cards to greet each other. Christmas trees are set up in houses, in the streets and churches. They are also decorated with the lights, balls and small toys. Christmas is a family holiday. The family usually meets for a traditional dinner of turkey and Christmas pudding. Everyone gives and receives presents. Boxing Day. Boxing Day is celebrated on December 26th. It comes straight away after Christmas Day. This is an old tradition when in old times rich people used to give their servants money or Christmas boxes. Now it is a day when people simply have a rest or visit their friends. Santa Claus got his name from a man known as Saint Nicholas, who lived in the 4th century. He gave his wealth to the poor and often to children. Thank you for attention. Goodbye.